Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me this evening. My name is Nicole Capell, and I am the manager of Pro Bono and Telehealth Initiatives here at the University of St. Augustine. And if you'll take a look in the chat, I have dropped in the link for you to use to ensure that you get credit for attending this evening. And since I'm on my laptop, I may not be able to see if you've dropped something in the chat. So if you have a question during my presentation, there'll be time for questions at the end, but if you have something that you'd like to ask as we're going along, please feel free to unmute yourself and jump right in. So I will get started so that we can make sure that that I'm respectful of your time this evening. So again, thank you for joining. Tonight, we're going to talk about the one of the new micro-credentials that is being offered. And it's one that we have created for you in the Pro Bono department. And when I say we, I mean myself and Christian Guarino, who is on the Florida St. Augustine campus. I'm on the Austin campus, and we are pleased to bring this new micro-credential to you all and to share a little bit more about it tonight. Let's see, there we go. All right, so for tonight, the learning outcomes for this presentation, I want to introduce to you all the new community innovation micro-credential. It's actually the Pro Bono and community intervention micro-credential. And I want to tell you a little bit about how it's different from the faculty version. So just to let you know that your professors and other staff members here at the university can also take this micro-credential. Theirs is slightly different from yours. And we'll talk about that tonight. And then also look at how the micro-credential fits into your curriculum. So what it is that you're studying here at the university. First and foremost, what is a micro-credential? You may have heard about them. I hope you've heard about them. But if you haven't, this is just a brief little intro about what a micro-credential is. So the National Education Association has a nice, concise definition. It's a short competency-based recognition. And then UNESCO has a much longer definition. So it's basically, it is a learning achievement that is demonstrated by either one or a series of assessments that are completed based on the material that is being learned, and it follows certain standards, and it can stand alone, or it can be part of other learning or other micro-credentials that you have achieved. And then really what it comes down to is that there's quality assurance. So unlike a course that you might take as a professional on the weekend where you go and you get a certificate handed to you at the end saying that you sat there for 4 hours or 6 hours, a micro-credential is more rigorous. It has more clearly defined learning outcomes, and it requires those assessments to truly be considered a micro-credential. What's also great about it is that you are able to achieve not only the micro-credential, but also a digital badge. If you see the image that I have here on the screen, the first micro-credential that we offered at the University of St. Augustine was one in multidisciplinary telehealth. So Lita was one of the students who achieved that micro-credential, and the image is of her digital badge, and that badge is housed on a website that I'll go into a little bit later on, but it follows you wherever you go. So it doesn't just live at the University of St. Augustine, it lives externally and is available to you to add to your resumes, to your LinkedIn page, to your to any of your social media pages that you're interested in, and follows you as you go. So here at the university, we are proud to have the Office of Micro-Credentials. So you can find this on the iLearn site, which I'm hoping you may have accessed before, the iLearn site, perhaps not the Office of Micro-Credentials, but if you haven't been there yet, do take a look. And as you can see, these are just some of the areas on the bottom of the screen that we are offering, either currently offering micro-credentials or offering future micro-credential opportunities in. So things that are important to our students and also important to our faculty and staff, including leadership, innovation and technology, diversity, equity and inclusion, teamwork, clinical practice and readiness, career and self-development. So these are, again, unique in the fact that you can choose which micro-credentials you would like to achieve. And so based on what your goals are, say you're very interested in a specific practice area and would like to dive more in depth into that, that is certainly an opportunity. Or if you are looking to own your own practice and want to learn about leadership, or if you'd like to become a professor, there are opportunities to learn about these now while you are at the University of St. Augustine, gain these skills, achieve these badges, and take them with you as you continue on in your career. So again, why is this important? Why should you care about this? And I think that that's a very important question to ask. So we really want to prepare you to be the best possible PT, OT, SLP, EDD individual out there. So we are looking at the skills that are in demand. We've, talked to our partners and communities to find out the things that they're looking for as they look at resumes and they want in their potential candidates to hire. And also, it is, above and beyond. It shows that initiative to take on learning that is not required for your degree, but shows your interest in a variety of areas and your desire to develop them. Again, these are just some of the reasons why micro-credentials are beneficial to you all. And I will also say that you may encounter micro-credentials outside of our university that are offered in a variety of different fields. I know that there are micro-credentials in different computer programming or AI opportunities, and then micro-credentials that may be offered through your professional organization, APTA, AOTA, ASHA, or even ones that are specific to locations where you may be hired once you graduate. So what's nice about this, again, is that you can sign up for these micro-credentials as you would like. It may be possible that in the future, micro-credentials will be affiliated with a course that you are enrolled in, and you might be asked to sign up for them. But if you go to iLearn and you click on that Office of Micro-Credentials, it takes you to the place where you can sign up for these courses. And also, if you are listening to this and you're thinking to yourself, wow, I would really like to have a micro-credential on serving individuals in the NICU, or on hand therapy, or on another area that we may not have thought of a micro-credential already, you can actually go in and propose a variety of topics, or a topic that you are hoping that we could develop a micro-credential on. And I would also share that I have an OT student who is working on her capstone, and as part of her capstone, she is creating a micro-credential. So if you have a burning desire to do that, we would love that. That would be amazing. So please reach out and we can assist in that facilitation. So on the Office of Micro-Credential page, you can see here the faculty and staff course catalog, student course catalog, and then also information about claiming your badge. Before I mentioned that the badges are housed on an outside, by an outside company on an outside web page, and that company is called Credly. And so what's great about this is, again, it doesn't have to be tied to your usa.edu email. It can be tied, your micro-credential can be tied to your personal email. So you have access to Credly even once you graduate from the university, and regardless of whatever place you're hired at or email you have at those locations. So it's I think of it as almost like a clearinghouse. It keeps it safe for you on that web page, and it is a recognized name in micro-credentials, and allows for access to the information about the micro-credential, and also assists you in sharing that badge, whether it be in your email signature or on LinkedIn. So I just want to show you quickly what the student catalog for micro-credentials looks like. So here is the student course catalog. And as you can see here, as I mentioned before, the multidisciplinary telehealth micro-credential, the interprofessional education and collaborative practice, innovating healthcare using 3D printing. So these are all available for you to enroll in currently. Foundations of teaching in higher ed, collaborative teaching, lots. If you're interested in being a professor in any faculty role, these are available to you now, and amazing things. They look great on a resume and are also beneficial to you as you continue your degree. Here's the one for the community innovation and pro bono clinical experiences, simulation in healthcare, and then communication for the healthcare provider. That's coming soon. Hand rehabilitation, wrist and elbow rehabilitation, and shoulder. Look, we're just marching right up the upper extremity there. Autism therapy and training, sports therapy and rehab. So there are just a ton of different options on the micro-credentials. So please take a look at that later on. And if you need me to help direct you to that link, please let me know. I'm happy to do so. So let's talk a little bit more about the community innovation and pro bono clinical experiences micro-credential. So this is micro-credential, both the faculty and the staff version, faculty and staff version and the student version, were really designed to provide introduction and training, either for those who are participating in a pro bono or a community experience, or for those who are going to, or for those who are just interested in learning more about it. Perhaps when you graduate, you want to move back to your community and offer an innovative type of clinic or program or product to serve those with a variety of needs in your community. This micro-credential can assist you in learning some of those skills that are important to get that started. What's really nice about the micro-credentials is that they are self-paced. So once you sign up for a micro-credential, you can work through it at your leisure. Currently, we do not have hard deadlines that kick you out of the micro-credential. So it's not like you've got 12 months in which to achieve the badge. They are open right now. My guess is that that will change. So take advantage of it now if you're interested. But it is nice to know that unlike a project for your course that you're taking, you can work on this, on the weekends or in between terms, or you can do it all at once if you so choose. So that's nice to have that self-paced option. Again, it earns that digital badge, which follows you wherever you go. So our micro-credentials are designed to provide a consistency of knowledge. So as you probably have experienced in your life, there are times that even with the best of intentions, information that is passed along from one person to another can get a little muddled, and assumptions can be made that can then be taken as truth. So we want to, here in the pro bono department, give you the knowledge base and all of the facts, and also allow for opportunities to ask questions and give you the resources to find those answers to make sure that all of our pro bono and community experiences are running in the same fashion with the same goals, same paperwork, the same procedures. And then also micro-credentials can be updated easily when programs grow, when curriculum changes, or other things change. Because as you all know, there can be quick changes that occur with our government, with guidelines. And so if something happens that impacts the rules and regulations for provision of therapy or healthcare services, we're able to update our micro-credentials to reflect that. So for you all as students, what are the goals of this micro-credential? So we want you to complete this and have an understanding of what pro bono and community experiences are like, not only at the university, but also across the healthcare landscape. We are not the only program that offers pro bono services or a variety of community experiences. So you learn not only about what's happening here, but at other universities. We also want you to have a better understanding of the technology that is available here at the university, not only our electronic medical record, but our home exercise program, and also Zoom, which we're able to utilize university licenses for that are HIPAA compliant. And then also to develop clinical leadership skills. So thinking about those skills within yourself that you would like to develop and grow or learn more about to be a leader during our pro bono or community experiences, or as you further your career. And then also for you to create a model or an experience for a community event. So we step you through the processes that are similar to what your professors have to think about when they are coming to us and desiring to start a pro bono experience or to start a community experience. So this is the active activity part of the micro-credential for you all. And really what it is creating a community program or creating an innovative product. If you can see up here on the top, this wheelchair that allows the beach to be accessible with the large tires, that's what we're thinking of when we're thinking about those products. So if you have had a great idea of something that would make people's lives easier or better, or have them be able to move with less pain or communicate more effectively, here's your chance to develop a plan for that product or for a program. So this, again, as part of the micro-credential with what you have learned in the previous modules in there, this is a template that we have created for you to outline and develop that program or that product. So it is fun in the fact that it is all creative and there's no real wrong answers that you can have for this. So again, if you have a passion project in your heart that you've always wanted, this would be a great micro-credential for you. So if you're wondering, how do our pro bono experiences happen? Really what occurs is your faculty who are interested in offering these experiences for you all reach out to our department to talk through the whole process of how to get something like this started. What are the needs? What does supervision look like? Where are we going to do this? How are we getting patients? So we designed the faculty and staff micro-credential to really help the faculty who are thinking about starting a pro bono or a community experience step through all those questions before they even have to talk to someone. Now, that's not to say that we don't want to talk to them. We do very much. But the micro-credential covers all of the details that they need to really feel comfortable with formulating their plan, and then they're able to meet with the pro bono department to work on launching the project. Also, again, it helps to set up those standards of practice so that everybody is on the same page. We do have to follow state guidelines and regulations for the patients that we see. In states that have direct access laws, we have to follow those. We really want to make sure that everything that we're doing is above board. It doesn't matter that we're not charging for the services that we provide. We need to be appropriate and legally accurate in what we're doing, and also HIPAA compliant. So the pro bono department has legally approved forms for intake and for release and for eligibility. So making sure that all of our programs are doing and using the same processes and paperwork is part of the faculty micro-credential, but it's also part of the student micro-credential. So you can learn about that as well. And then, as I mentioned, training on Clinic Note, on Wibby, and on Zoom, and then resources that are available. Who do you go to when you have questions? So that's all part of the micro-credential. So how does this impact you all, and where might you get the chance to experience a pro bono clinical experience or a community experience? So for the new DPT 7-9 and hybrid immersion curriculum, pro bono will be part of the ECE or early clinical experiences. And so again, right now, the micro-credential is voluntary. It's something that you can sign up for if you're interested in. The option to have a pro bono or community experience could be part of the ECE that is offered during the integrated clinical labs, or it may be part of other courses that are being run, or it could be something that is extracurricular or co-curricular, so it may be a voluntary experience. And then for our OTs, as you may know, there will be a new occupational therapy curriculum that is upcoming. And so we don't know how that is going to impact pro bono, whether that will be part of some of the courses or experiences that are offered. But currently we offer pro bono during some of our adult, geri, and pediatric courses. And so those opportunities will continue. I should also say that opportunities that are already happening for PT programs should continue as well, so don't be concerned. If you were looking forward to one of those and you're not part of the new curriculum, they should continue as well. And then again, micro-credential will be available for any students who are participating in pro bono or those who are just interested in learning more. And then if I have any SLPs on the call, pro bono will continue to be part of their clinical practicum. And speech is unusual in the fact that their therapy is all provided virtually, and also that their program is expanding to 2 additional campuses. Well, has already expanded to California and will be expanding to Florida. And again, micro-credential will be available for any students who are participating in pro bono or who are interested in learning more. So that is what I have for you all this evening. Fortunately, not a super long iLearn presentation tonight, but I would, let's see here, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And again, mention to you all that in the chat, there's that link to get your completion badge for this session. But does anyone have any questions that I can answer? Thank you, Laritza. She says no questions on her end. Love it. All right, if y'all don't have any questions, please feel free to hop off and go have a wonderful evening. And if you want to hang on and ask a question privately, I'll stay on for a few minutes here, or you can always reach out to me directly and Capell at usa.edu. Thank you so much.